Let's do the recording again. Now I can hear what the voice is saying. Okay, good, perfect. So everybody, welcome to the Saturday support call, to the monthly Saturday support call. My name is Christoph, and most of you already do know me now. I'm a certified Sedona method coach. And let's get started. Lawrence already has a hand up. Do you want to speak up, Lawrence?
Yes, no group release today.
No group release today. Maybe that comes later, since your hand
Oh.
came in first.
Yeah, no. It's yeah,
Or
I
maybe
would
that's a
really
result of that, what's happening now.
no, I would just like I would just to like to some facilitation in inviting more peace, love, or joy.
Okay, that sounds like a group release.
Yeah, kind of does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Except you want a personal approach. Or is it good
No,
for you with a group
not
release?
necessarily. Not necessarily.
Good, okay. Good. So, everybody, could you just simply allow yourself to just sit back and be? And then could you also just be open to the possibility that noticing is something that could be very helpful with the sense of a me. So could you just simply allow yourself to notice whatever the sense of a me or an I or the sense of a being person is doing right now? With other words, what is happening in the mind? Could that just be welcomed or noticed? And then notice too how much you're going to want to change it. How much you want to be it differently from how it appears to be. How much you want to release it. And there's nothing wrong with wanting it to be different or with wanting to let it go or release it. But could you just simply notice or welcome all you're wanting to do something with, about, or against the sense of a separate individual? And then could you also welcome or notice that which is aware of that? What is aware of the me? What is noticing that? What's unaffected by that? Or can bear everything? Then could you welcome any remaining sense of a separate individual, of a me or of meing happening? Any idea that I'm separate from the all? That I'm different from all other people? Or maybe that's something wrong with me, or that there needs to be some punishment about it. And could you also welcome or allow or notice the appearance of it being personal? How personal does the sense of a me appear to be? How much it appears to be who or what I am? How much it appears to be the totality of who or what I am? But could you just be open to the possibility that that is not the totality of who or what you are? That this is just the least of you. It's still contained in you, not denying any of that. It's not working. And then could you welcome any remaining resistance to just be what you are? And then could you just simply be who or what you are, beyond thought or feeling, yet not in any way separate from them? And then could you, whatever appears to be, allow to dissolve, allow to vanish, allow to fade out of existence? And it doesn't matter how effective that is. Some may vanish or fade out, and some don't. Would you be open to the possibility that this is perfection too? That the dissolving just happens with the things that should dissolve from the higher perspective? And it may take as long as it does for everything else to be released or cleared up. And could you notice, welcome, or allow any remaining resistance to that? Or to how it appears to be? And is there anything that you could accept about that resistance or how it appears to be? Maybe the release itself, or it just is there? Or the dissolving? And then could you just let that sense of acceptance go as well? No clinging to it required. Is there any remaining resistance to that or to the resistance itself? And could you resist as much as you do? Could you see the resistance even as something that is as it should be? And allow it to dissolve as well. And could there just be a welcoming of whatever thoughts and feelings are presented in this moment? Pictures, sounds, and sensations, taste and smell. And could you just go deeper? What's beyond that experience? Is even beyond that? And what is even beyond that? What is the source of that? I give it in. The source can be a thing. If you just simply allow yourself to identify a little bit more with that which is no thing. And could you allow that to be enough just for now? And let's check one last time. Is there anything in the body-mind that appears to be more important or meaningful in this moment than that which you truly are? And whatever that is, whatever pictures, sounds, sensations, could you just allow them to rise, to be here, to be experienced, heard, felt, seen? And how could that be more important than that which you truly are? And could you welcome if the mind is answering, whatever that brings up inside? Any resistance? Any underlying wanting for control, approval, security, separation, oneness? As well as any desire to do anything with, about, or against this. Could you also welcome or notice any remaining appearance that any of that is personal? That it is hooked to something that's separate from other. And what is even beyond that? What's beyond that experience? The same location. And could you allow that to be enough for now? And could that be allowed to release whatever needs to be released now? What if that is also the source of pictures, sounds, and sensations, without which they couldn't appear to be? And could you just be open to the possibility that you also could be or act as that in life? No need to premeditate, yet allowing for premeditation when required. And could you allow that to expand even more? The vastness, the emptiness, spaciousness, silence, the aliveness. The all-knowingness. But you notice how it has shifted now in between what appears to be time. Okay, everybody. Before we fall asleep, we continue with questions, sharing, and assistance. So, Lawrence, how is it for you? Are you okay? He seems to be. He is out of the system now. Okay. So, if you have any topics for me for group release or for one-on-one release, or if you want to share some gains, or, you know, if you have any questions related to the Sedona method, you may push the raise hand button. Bobby has raised her hand. So, Bobby, can you speak up?
Christoph and everybody, what a gain to go into the heart together in that group release. Just
Yes.
delicious,
Yes.
really. Wow. Thank you everybody for organizing yourselves to be here. I do continually again is I do have that experience that Lester mentions that something's just so special about the intent and the container and the intention of together. So I feel really lucky. I feel like a lucky girl on the planet to have have this wonderful, wonderful community.
Yes.
Hey, Christoph, I want to feel freer about my aversion to being with family a lot and family obligations.
That's a nice topic for everybody.
Remember, that's my favorite topic. Remember?
Very good topic. So,
Mm,
but
yeah.
how does it feel in that moment? Is that sense of aversion there that you want to
But
get rid of
it lifted a little bit. Yeah, it's
Yes.
that laughter is great. But I can easily go back into clutching and contraction and pride, no problem.
So, could you allow yourself to feel rejected by your family as much as you do? Or is wanting to reject
Whoa.
them as much as you do?
Wow. Oh, Christoph going right for it, huh? Okay. So I mentioned pride, right? So I did it to myself. Can I allow myself to feel as rejected or reject them as yes, yes. Oh yeah, okay. Got it.
But you
Yeah.
also notice, or could there
Oh.
be a noticing of how personal that appears to be? Because that's my family.
Yes.
And all the belief that it could be different.
Right. Amazing.
These are
Yes.
the
Yeah.
people that are moving and should be very different. I should leave them. I hate them for now.
Yes. Oh shit. Yes. Mm.
So, would you hate them as much as you do, if there is?
Shit. Yes, that's a relief.
And then could you love or accept them? I think accept might be enough for now, as best as you can.
Yes. Yes.
And then could you hate or
Mm.
resist them or what they have done as much as you do?
Yes.
And then could you love or accept them because they did that?
Yes.
They try
Yes.
to be your guru.
Right. Got it.
They are
Yeah.
bringing out the worst in us
Totally.
so that
Right.
we can release.
Oh God. Yes. Yes.
How do you feel about family right now? What's the now feeling?
Mm. Yeah. There's something just kind of just yeah. There's just this flow and this openness and this less of us, less of me and them kind of duality.
Yes.
Yeah.
Could you allow for that
Wow.
openness, or could that openness just be allowed?
Yes. Yes.
And then could you allow your family experience to just be spontaneous from now on?
Beautiful. Thank you. Yes.
And your responses be spontaneous? Whatever they are, I don't know.
The spontaneity of wanting control. Sure. Yeah, good. No, got it. Got it. Yeah. Wow, amazing.
Okay.
Thank you. And my family, familia definitely thanks you. Jump in, team.
They don't know how much they should give thanks to the Sedona method, or
It
at
would
least
be
if they don't know the Sedona method.
they are the Sedona method. Everything is the Sedona.
Might be included. Oh, okay. Are you okay for now, Bobby? Yes. Okay. Let's.
Oh, so good,
Okay.
delicious, and thanks, guys.
Okay. So there are another two hands. MJ, can you speak up? Can you unmute yourself first?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm not sure I can get my camera working. But thank you for calling on me.
Yes.
I was hoping to ask for some facilitation, please, on it's sort of a health issue.
Yes.
Are you familiar with electromagnetic fields? Like
Not a
like
specialist for that.
okay, well, yeah, of course not. It's I've become really sensitive to the fields through the radiation, basically from cell phones and routers and Wi-Fi and things like that. And I'd like to get over it.
Yes.
I have a pretty strong belief that it's also bad for people, even though lots of people aren't sensitive, and I'm just getting kind of hung up in that, feeling like yeah, there's a conflict there.
Yes. So could you just simply welcome or allow up, or could there just be allowing of whatever that topic brings up inside of you? Whatever that makes up that appearance of electromagnetic fields or field, or that it is unhealthy, something that should be avoided, or maybe something that you should make sure that your body doesn't get too much about.
Yeah, it's all there.
Yes. Then could you also notice how that feels?
Yeah.
And then could you allow yourself to check to see if there's any wanting control, approval, security, separation, oneness.
I guess more than one, but maybe control to start.
Mm-hmm. And could you allow yourself to want to control that as much as you do or did?
Yes.
And then as best you can. Could there just be a letting go wanting of that wanting to control? You still can control, but could you let go of wanting to control? There's a difference between those both.
Yeah, I'm not sure I can let go of that wanting to control.
And could you just allow that to be dissolved by the heart? That the heart may decide what to dissolve in this moment?
Ah, okay. Okay.
Then could you also notice or welcome any remaining rejection to electromagnetic fields?
Yes.
And if there is rejection, there also must be attraction. You might be attracted to the belief that that is unhealthy or that that should be avoided. There's the attraction part of the same coin.
I never thought of it that way.
What was that?
I never thought of it that way.
Yes. And
Funny, I
could you
got
allow
sensitive
yourself,
before oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
could you allow yourself to appear to be as attracted to that belief about magnetic fields as much as you do, or as you are?
Yes.
And then just now, could you just let go a little bit of that feeling of attraction for that? That feeling of wanting that to be true or to be believed?
Mm.
And could you also welcome the other side of that? Any sense of repulsion, rejection, aversion? To the belief itself or to the electromagnetic field?
Okay.
And then could you let go as best you can? Or could there just be a letting go of that feeling of rejection?
Okay.
Mhm. And how does it feel now? What's the now feeling? Is there anything? Just checking.
Yeah. There's kind of a lot of space in my head and some tension in my arms.
Ah, okay. So could that just be allowed? Just be noticed or welcomed?
Yes.
Mhm. And is there any wanting to change it or do something with or about or against it?
Yes.
Mhm. And is that coming from wanting control, approval, security, separation, oneness?
I'm gonna guess security. A little hard to tell.
And then could there just be a welcoming of the appearance that wanting security is personal?
Okay.
And then could you just let that go? Or could there just be a letting go of that?
Yes.
Mhm. And then could there just be an opening? Could you just open to what is beyond belief?
Somewhat I can do that. Yeah.
Mhm. Then could you allow yourself to notice any remaining wanting to believe that about electromagnetic fields? Any wanting to judge about that? Or any sense of punishing that, wanting to punish that?
That's so interesting. I can see it sort of on the periphery of my awareness, but it's not really here right now.
Okay. So what is here right now? Let's focus more on that since that appears to be the main focus.
Yeah. There's kind of a heavy quietness in my mind. A few little sensations, but nothing really pulling my attention.
And could you allow that to expand? Is there any remaining wanting associated with that?
Just a little fear that the sensitivity isn't really gone.
Mm-hmm. Could you let go of wanting to save that fear?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And could you let that fear go as best you can? You'll just be letting go the fear or fade out.
Yeah.
And then could you just welcome acceptance or peace? Could you just be welcoming of that?
Yeah. It's nice.
So are you okay with that for now? Was there anything else coming up?
I am. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome, MJ.
No, no.
Good.
Thank you.
Okie doke. So, Andrea, has her hand up. Can you speak up?
Hey there. Hi.
Hi.
My hand is up. I would love to work with this as a group release if you're up for it. I guess the subject would be just on like allowing a new order as we let go of old ways of being, old patterns.
Yes.
Maybe there's like kind of what feels like a reorganization and some
That reminds me of John
just
Lennon.
allowing.
Imagine.
What's that?
Of
Say that
John
again.
Lennon, Imagine.
Yeah, just like I mean specifically like in the body being of my own self, like
Yes.
some work that I've been doing is
Yes.
kind of rearranging things.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's just kind of like allowing and the patience of allowing
Yeah.
shift, change to become different, to let go of old ways of being, kind of like that, if that
Yes.
makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. And I
So
guess,
what's in the way to that? Is there anything that appears to be standing in the way?
yeah, there is, I guess two things. One is like the mind wanting to like understand some things that are not easily understood
Uh-huh.
by the mind. And also, um, maybe some impatience on like what it means to as the energy shifts and things in my life shift and change.
Okay.
So what's standing in maybe just allowing, just like there's a little resistance, I guess, or resisting is in the way and figuring out is in the way. The mind not understanding is in the way. All
Okay.
the usual
That
things.
looks like wanting to control a little bit.
Yeah.
If you just become aware of any wanting to control that outcome or the outcome,
Mm-hmm.
future even,
Yes.
or the now.
Yes. Yes.
Mm. And is there any other wanting connected to that? Any wanting approval, security, separation, oneness?
Hmm. Um, I think mostly just control.
Okay. Could you
Yeah,
want to
I think mostly
control as
just
much
control.
as you do?
Yes.
And then could you let go of wanting to control as best as you can?
Mhm. Yes.
And could you want to control as much as you do? Or as much as there is?
Yes.
Mhm. And then could there just be a letting go, wanting to control? In a way, you still can control. That's not gone. Just let go wanting.
Yeah. Yes.
Mhm. And could there just be as much wanting to control as there is?
Yes.
And could there just be a lessening of wanting to control, as it is possible?
Yeah.
How does it feel now, Andrea?
Yeah, quiet.
Quiet. Mhm.
Mm.
And then could you just simply welcome or open to, or could there just be an openness for acceptance to flow?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Good. Are
Simple.
you okay
Thank
for
you.
now? Good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
doke.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome. So everybody, who else? Anybody having any gain or anything that needs to be shared related to releasing a Sedona-Methode? Reina has her hand up. Reina, can you speak up?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay.
Hmm. I think I need a quick release on. I keep thinking, oh, this didn't come true for me. This is a dream I had. It didn't come through. Like the disappointment.
Mhm.
The
And then could you just believing that as much as there is?
yeah.
And then could there also be that which is beyond the belief in that?
Hmm. Beyond the belief of this didn't come true.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Could you resist your dreams to come true as much as you do?
Oh, yes.
Could you accept your wildest dreams coming true as best as you can,
Oh,
whenever it appears to be ready?
yeah.
Could you just open to unlimited possibilities?
Yes.
And then could you resist unlimited possibilities as much as you do?
Hmm.
And could you accept whatever possibility wants to be there as best as you can?
Yes.
And is there any remaining resistance to get for what's for the best and highest good for you?
Yeah, I probably do have that. Yeah.
Mhm. And is that connected or coming from or bringing up any wanting control, approval, security, separation, oneness?
Approval.
Mhm. And then could you want approval as much as you do?
Yes.
And then could you let go, or could there just be a letting go, wanting approval as best as you can, or as much as there is now?
Yeah.
And then rather than wanting or rejecting approval, could you just give yourself some approval? Just a little bit. Some love,
Oh,
some
yes.
joy, some happiness, some fun,
Yeah.
some entertainment.
Yes.
Mhm. And how does it feel now?
Yeah, I can just allow it. What is the this is a question, but what is this doing the opposites? You know,
What is the
you
opposite of what?
do you know how you ask the opposite, like can you allow the can you not allow this as much as, and then can you allow this, and then does that, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yes,
You
yes,
know,
it's the holistic
you
part.
ask the yeah.
So could
Oh,
you
okay.
resist as much as you do, or could you accept as best as you can? Or could there just be as much resistance as there is? Or could there just be as much acceptance as there is? And you do that back and
Gotcha.
forth, back and forth, back and forth, and you can do that with other
Uh,
opposites as well. Could you
uh,
feel as attracted to that as much as you do? Could you feel as rejected by that as much as you do?
yeah.
Or something like that?
Thank you.
Yes. I mean, you can play with that. You can use other topics, issues in life, and find
Oh,
opposites and try to release them. And then finally, what's beyond both?
oh, okay.
If you're
I
not
want to
one or the
experiment
other,
that.
what's
Yeah.
beyond both?
Uh-huh.
So that's on one hand, letting go of the sense of the ego or of the limitation. And
Mm-hmm.
on the other hand, discovering that which you are
Mm.
currently.
Gotcha. Interesting. I'll experiment with it. Thank you.
Okay, doke. So, is to be quiet now. Let's look into the chat. People have gone to a part. So bye-bye. Okay, no. So, any idea for a short group release from anybody? Maybe I find one. So, in this moment, could you allow yourself to appear as separate as much as you do? And then could you allow yourself to appear as one as you are? And could you allow yourself to appear as separate as much as you do? And could you allow yourself to be the oneness that you are? And could there just be as much separation as there appears to be? And then could there just be the oneness that is? And then could there be as much separation as appears to be? And then could there just be the oneness that is? And could there appear to be as much separation as there is? And could there just be the oneness that is? And then could there just be as much separation as there appears to be? And then could there just be the oneness that is? And then could you just let them both go? Could you let the concept of oneness and separation just dissolve? And look what's beyond both. And could you just expand into, or as that, could you just be an expanding into what is? Would there just be an expanding into what is? When? And then could there just be as much resistance to what is as there is? And then could there be as much acceptance as there is to what is? And could there just be as much resistance to what is as there is? And then could there just be as much acceptance to what is as there is? And then could there just be as much resistance to what is as there is? And then could there just be as much acceptance to what is as there is? And then could there just be as much resistance to what is as there is? And then could there just be as much acceptance to what is as there is? And let's take a look beyond both. What's beyond resistance and acceptance to what is? Beyond those concepts. Yet allowing for our concepts. Yet completely unaffected by any of that. Now could that just be enough for now? Could there just be rest? Would there just be rest? When? And then could there just be rest? Would there just be rest? And when? And then could there just be rest? Would there just be rest? And when? So everybody, you may allow unraveling to continue throughout your day. People who want to unmute themselves can do that right now. Let's end the call for today and say bye-bye.
Bye.
Mm.
Thank you.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Thank you.
Bye. You're welcome,
Nice
everybody.
release.